There's one thing you're likely doing every day that's quietly keeping sensorimotor OCD alive. It's subtle, it feels necessary, and it's the reason you're still feeling trapped. Back when I was still really struggling with sensorimotor OCD, the one thing that I was telling myself all the time is once I get rid of this awareness, then I can be happy. Then I can move on with the rest of my life. And it was really that was kind of keeping me stuck. With sensorimotor OCD, the most important thing that we can learn is that actually the awareness itself is not the real problem. It's how we respond to that awareness. When we find ourselves getting angry about it all the time, getting anxious about it, telling ourselves that it's a problem, that this awareness, whether it's, the breath, whether it's swallowing, whether it's some subtle, bizarre body kind of sensation that you don't like for some reason, we get so fixated on it and we tell ourselves that, if it's still there, it's going to be robbing our present from us. It's going to be stealing our joy. It's going to be taking everything from us. And until we've got rid of it, our life is on hold. We're not going to be able to be happy. We're not going to be able to be connected with people that we love. And it's a horrible, disempowering place to kind of find yourself. And I was there for so many years. I kind of developed sensorimotor OCD at the age of 18. And, for a long, long time, over 10 years, I didn't even know what it was. I was just struggling with it all the time, battling with it, trying to do everything I could to not be aware of those horrible sensations. But in the process, I was actually making things worse. I was actually getting myself more and more stuck in that sensorimotor OCD trap. If you're ready to break out of the sensorimotor OCD loop, I've created a structured 12-week program just for this. It's practical, grounded, and built around the exact tools that I wish I had earlier in my life. You can learn more at robertjamescoaching.com. There's a link in the show notes. And what I came to realize later when I started to learn how to manage it is that the most important thing that you have to learn to do when you're beginning to kind of deal with sensorimotor OCD is to actually realize that the sensations and the awareness, even the kind of motor issues themselves, they aren't the problem. Those things will go back to normal when we stop kind of thinking about it all the time and telling ourselves that we have to be rid of it, that it has to be gone, that we can't be happy until it isn't there anymore. When we are constantly telling ourselves that all the time, all that happens is we end up feeling more and more trapped, because ultimately by telling yourself this, you're bringing more awareness to the problem itself. When we kind of, really try not to experience something, of course, we end up experiencing it more. It's like that classic idea of don't think about pink elephants. Well, of course, pink elephants are going to fill your mind. The same thing happens with sensorimotor OCD. If you're really trying very, very hard to not be aware of your breath, you are going to be aware of it more. And it's so annoying, I know. It's so infuriating. I was there with that for all of those years, constantly feeling trapped by it. But the reality is that you can begin to bring more acceptance and compassion to the fact that sometimes you're aware of these things, that you don't have to get rid of those sensations. You don't have to get rid of the awareness in order to start living your life, in order to feel connected to your values and your goals, and that life can actually be amazing and incredible, even if the awareness is there sometimes. And when we begin to take that kind of attitude, when we start, accepting more fully that actually sometimes the awareness might be there, and that actually that isn't a problem, that life can still be meaningful. Well, when we do start to take that attitude, kind of inadvertently, you start to become less aware of the thing that you really don't want to be aware of. But you can't do that directly. If you tell yourself, I'm going to push it away, I'm going to find the answer, I'm going to find the way to finally not be aware of it, all you're going to do is you're going to make yourself more aware of it. But as soon, as we let go, the irony is that you do start to become less aware of the sensory motor things that maybe have made you feel trapped for a long, long time. So I really hope that you found that helpful. Remember, I do offer a free discovery call. To get that, you can head over to my website, robertjamescoaching.com. There will now be lots of videos like this coming about sensorimotor OCD, so please do subscribe to this channel. And many thanks. I will see you next time. This video is for education only. It's not therapy or medical advice. If you're struggling, please speak with a licensed mental health professional.